relationship, the activity where they happen again, in they can give you some color on their level and they on waiting they happen. So Salon family will go able for see and understand the level of relationships and the day-to-day activities between Salon and Guinea. To start the conversation, a privilege for welcome my colleague and my brother, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Mr. Minister, let me start from the very top first. 2 minutes. Let me brief the people of Sierra Leone. You share with me a very, I think, positive updates before you can hire today. Let the people of Salon just get quick 2 minutes updates and I go follow up now on the Guinea, on the conflicts na the Gulf, the steps away you don't take for protect the citizens of Salon, and within a Salon imposition on that issue day. Let me send us her.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Chernoba, Mina Alaji, I touched the Kaaba. So I'm Elaj Musa Timothy Kaba. And thank you very much. I'm very much concerned, like we say, maybe to discuss before the Kaya, the instruction of His Excellency the President and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the actions we don't take for able help with citizens and way then at the Middle East, as we see the military strike against the Islamic Republic of Iran and the retaliatory attacks of the Islamic Republic of Iran against the GCC countries, Israel, and the United States in facilities around the Gulf. And when this incident began, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, as chair of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS, being instruct the releasing of a press statement because ECOWAS is a regional organization and the conflict happened in a certain region. So in solidarity to the people them in that particular region, the ECOWAS's statement aligned with the AU, we call for the respect of international law and the UN Charter and restraint and de-escalation. He did that in his capacity, but also as a world leader, cognizance of the effect, the ramification of then kind, global conflicts and on energy price, disrupt the energy markets and disrupt food chain supply and all of that in there. So His Excellency made that a statement that we as a ministry, we don't get for evacuate Sierra Leoneans within Tehran. We get about 3 diplomatic staff and 6 local staff. We been to work with the ministry and 12 students with 1 ordinary citizen of Sierra Leone when a migrant to Iran. As I talk to you, they all don't transverse into the Republic of Armenia, which I will take further steps for make sure say they are safe until we see normalcy return to that region, or if it becomes worsened, we'll evacuate them back to Sierra Leone. Equally so, are they in constant touch with the ambassadors in Qatar, in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, and in Kuwait. They keep tab on them on a daily basis for ensure say we people then safe as this military strife they become even more intensified. So that is where we are, and we continue for resound within the presidency, de-escalation, returning to the table for diplomatic solution to the conflict. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Timothy Musa Kaba, the Honorable Minister. We want for just let family know this. It just give you a breaking news. 24 Salon people are waiting at Iran through the leadership of the government of Salon, led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We don't successfully evacuate them. and move them to Armenia, where we say in a safer space right now away from the bombing. What's also, sir? So this is not big news. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs don't successfully lead evacuation of we citizens them. And that number they, as the minister say, it include 14 students them, 1 private citizen, 3 Salon diplomats, and 6 locally recruited staff of the Salon embassy in Tehran. We don't successfully move them go Armenia. We want to tell you thank you, Mr. Minister, for your leadership and for that great news today we don't get. We will continue to engage and we're in touch. I think we're going to see a public press release on the matter very soon. Mr. Minister, you now is special emissary to Guinea at a time where everybody they ask me one. Mr. Minister, I see different group them pull all kind release. One group say we withdraw with ambassador there. One group say we get a lot go fets. One group say we don't reach a point of no return. They say this one now for go for too close. But through calm, steady diplomatic leadership, we see you from the leadership of His Excellency to the Vice President to the rest of the government of Salon, where you embody, you go, you lead, you engage with your Guinean partners them, and we see a very successful outcome and some positive news for deal with whatever misunderstanding will lead to this problem. So, Minister, I want you 5-7 minutes. You please explain to people the state of a relationship with Guinea, the outcome of you already there know saying be a successful diplomatic engagement, or give the people of Sierra Leone the flavor waiting happen, how we don't resolve, and how they decide, say, we don't resolve going forward. Help we let people understand.
Thank you very much. And I'm so pleased that the general is here. We will also be in the delegation where His Excellency instruct, where the Vice President, His Excellency Vice President Mohamed Jules Diallo being put. We will get me, we get the Minister of Local Government, we get a Joint Staff Commander of RASLAV, we get a senior representative of ONS, and of course we get a reporter from MOIS, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. And then we join, of course, we're ambassador, we're deputy ambassador in Guinea, and we go under the instruction of His Excellency that was calmly conveyed to us and directed by the Honorable Vice President. So we go Guinean government. On the Guinean government, at the highest level, with the exception of the President of the Republic, the delegation be led by the government, be led by the Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Defense, Internal Affairs, Communication, Justice, and all of these senior cabinet members of the Guinean Republic were in that meeting. First, the mandate will be get that for being secure the release of officers there. We've been there in the cause of executing the duty where this misunderstanding led to the arrest and when they got them inside Guinea. Well, we've not been going there for discuss would I right, would I not right. I mean, like you say, Guinea, in fact, we fortunately and unfortunately only get 2 countries as we neighbors. Guinea get 6 countries as their neighbors. So we always get for the getting issues here with them countries here because they're the only people them who get us neighbors. Guinea has maybe about over 30% of the circumference that Guinea we border with from the east. They go right through to the north, Guinea. So we have to live with that. But the fineness of we bilateral relations in Guinea, not only in trade, large volumes, millions of dollars transactions annually they between we and Guinea. Most of the food Guinea they eat, they come up from Sierra Leone. Most of some of the imported goods come up from Guinea. We get cultural and family ties, and Guinea and Sierra Leone don't show strong solidarity to each other in times of difficulties. They say you didn't know your brothers or your brother and sister when difficulty befall your vicinity, your community, or your family. You know, that will remind ourselves, say, even though we're not been born, but history shows in 1967, that in the Guineans, that then bring Shaka Stevens after the 1967 election. In 1977, when there was disruption in the governance in this country, the Guineans then send them forces them for can stabilize Sierra Leone in situation. When J.S. Momoa they remove him, now Guinea go seek asylum. When them pull Valentine Strasser, now Guinea bin go. When them pull President Jean Kaba, of the fineness of we bilateral relations. Despite that, one or two misunderstandings in there, like we do have the Yenga situation, not only Yenga, many of these border crossing areas, we can get security issues, but even there's deep cooperation also in terms of intelligence, in terms of security, because with collective development, with collective security, Edena with two we hand, Guinea and Sierra Leone. So I can always say, let us look at our neighbors as people then we, as long as then two countries exist, we are tied in destiny, we are tied to geography, we are going to be inseparable. So if we begin to consider each other so, we go get the benefits with this relationship they produce, rather than sometimes, focusing on then small things where they happen. Sovereignty of any country is respected by international law. These borders are they crumble about. These were borders that were written by some foreigners in Berlin in 1800. So now I make the President Bill say they will bring development and then border crossing areas here, so that imaginary lines where separate we as countries will become almost blurred, because we aspiration now for develop we serve as a people, two peoples living in two countries, but of the same destiny, same extraction, same culture, and same aspiration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I think say we don't benefit from civic education on truly the depth of the relationship between Salo and Guinea. And waiting to make you good mortar man, not to way pussy mass you foot. Waiting happen. Oh, yeah, person get relationship for 50 years. Then some Mawalo will act like say that mass with foot, that pen will feel that 1 minute. Now, no more of the relationship. Me take pickaxe. Like, what all thing come on because don't mass with foot. No forget, say, from 1960, 1970, like how the minister say, we don't get deep relationships. Mr. Minister, I come back to you before I go to the rest of the panelists. Then I want to make you um, talk specifically about this one mission. Say, I see you triumphantly bring back the singular mission who have been go for. Now been for go pull all the with soldier man and cow them. We demanded an unconditional and dignified release. In one day, you get all the meeting in there, you bring them, come back with dignity, you get them go to the vice president in house. I've been getting the privilege for Dede. I see this not being usai diplomacy triumphed. When I sit down, we all eat together, enjoy. Give ambulance small insight as to why that mission they succeed. Who sweet most where you can go? This history we don't give so we go give mission and the engagement.
You see, Mr. Minister, one thing we very much obvious about we in a salon, we dey too much pay attention on stereotypes. We, Salomon get his view, say Nasu Guinea man and that is where we draw the curtain because it's sometimes a stereotype. They make a good historical perspective. Guinea and President Mamadi Doumbouya, if he gets respect for people, President Bio be one of the people we get respect for. Not least because President Bio don't show leadership and solidarity to Guinea during this period of transition. When we go Guinea, of course, we all get, social ties with Guinea. And diplomacy is multifaceted. When you're in the chamber or the theater of diplomacy, waiting for work most, not waiting right inside book, now you instinct for adapt and for mind what you say and for choose what you for say we go make una or two nobody not come up with pain. That was a misunderstanding. So we'll go. The mandate with the Vice President Gui, we're not going to go argue about sovereignty, would I right, would I not right. But before I talk about what happened at the theater of diplomacy, I want to commend Raslav, especially the captain, where incidentally now a proud alum of the St. Francis Secondary School, McKinney.
I've been using this talking for rich here.
Now, talking
for rich.
So that man, they keep the banner high. And something again about that man, General Joanna, sorry for me. That man, Nalimba man, they get patient. Because the patient with them and professionalism with that soldier man, that soldier man demonstrate now make we able succeed and we loyal. So every country utmost priority now for defend in territoriality and in sovereignty. That is Security Council. I instructed the African Union Peace and Security Council, who signed a non-just re-elect way back, who were a member. When it was Sierra Leone's presidency, I sent 15 AU ambassadors and permanent representative to African Union, waiting at the African Union Peace and Security Council for Ghana, Guinea, and validate then referendum and then transition plan and then constitution. And so we did that because we respect and value a relationship with Guinea. Now make will help follow that transition. I say as a chair of the Executive Council of ECOWAS, under the instruction of President Bio, we made sure ECOWAS accompany una through una transition. In fact, now make President Bio come as chair of the authority for validate una democracy. Now make it come for the inauguration. Immediately within the inauguration, he called the ECOWAS Commission President and instruct and say, let's reinstate Guinea almost immediately. President Bio, as we reach Freetown, he give the instruction for the reinstatement of Guinea into the community. So all of these things we don't do, I say it all they point out to fraternal solidarity. And I gave my own personal history. For example, then talk about Guinean soldiers who come to this country and die. They say, you not go them body them because them believe it's alone in Guinea. Now one country. I say we recognize that. I say, but myself during the war, one time the whole week Ecomogle, then try we. Now Guinea man, now him free me. One Colonel Dumboy, Colonel Kite, we been deployed now 91. The Minister of Internal Affairs now say you are right. He say in fact, he is vivant. Still they alive in the Conakry. He said himself not been commanding Nabo. So it shows we got to a point where it became visceral. It became matter of the heart. Now I make the respect we then get for the president, the tact around and the instruction we get from the vice president, and the professionalism of the RASLAB officer. We lead them 16 people in the now I make we were able to successfully remove people them in a dignified way. In fact, what we don't now ask them. I say, who say we man then they say you they get them now. Now I say they say when I get motoka, we say no, not get motoka, pass we get for fan motoka. They say no. They say on a une voiture climatisée. So get AC. Now they put them. The man they wait that salute all of them, they salute so now because they were treated in a dignified way. They enter inside the bus, we bring them. And the commander-in-chief we been there on the ground, we been act the vice president, I call him immediately after I don't talk to his excellency. The president, I say we don't really get them where I talk to VP, I say I am bringing your citizens back home. I say Mr. Vice President, you are going to organize a dinner for these people because now you and the president send we for go bring there. And that was how yourself go catch Pada Iftar Day. This man, Fulamande, it's Lafidi. Times, General. So, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Ala.
So before we go,
yes,
the Deputy Ambassador, as we reach Bele Boma, thank you. All the commodity back we eat, you don't remind me of that. Thank you, Madam Deputy Ambassador.
Thank you very much. So for Fumble and House, you don't get a sense of the complex, multifaceted, diplomatic approach we use. I tell when I say na sabi talk the mango use. With a knack Fula, a knack Madingo, a knack Soso, a knack French, a knack English. All thing he put inside it, but it was based on substance. real substance. Not so we not go lie. Now waiting at the reality. And it starts with the depth of the relationship. President Bio, deep relationship in Guinea. You know, the vice president. You get relationships at multiple levels and everything on the ground. Direct. The Mindina they play the general. Where the minister did it. Or the coordinates. The rest of governance. Me, I've been getting somebody at the delegation on the information side.
The Conservative Armed Forces. I don't want for let somebody misunderstand that. In the military, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces today, we dey run a tri-service system where we have the Chief of Army Staff, that's me. We also get the Chief of Naval Staff and the Chief of Air Staff. And above all, we get the Chief of Defense Staff. Most times, when they can refer to me as the Chief of Army Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, most people can think, oh, he is the number one. I am not. My boss day, when a lieutenant general who is the Chief of Defense Staff, and we not get Deputy Chief of Defense Staff, but in his absence, I can act as the Deputy and they act as CDS when the CDS travel. But when he is here, I remain Chief of Army Staff. Chief of Army Staff means Commander of the Ground Forces.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth. Truth began on any neglect anyone. We are the voice.
And the personnel them will involve will be the part of that construction. Those I then go arrest the other soldiers them, but we escape. So then able give we live information. It all started when the soldier they realize say the accommodation, because we don't send some reinforcement in that area, because the area very wide. Falaba, they cover the longest stretch of border with Guinea. We get plenty chiefdoms wrong district and where they share boundary with the Republic of Guinea. But Falaba gets a very long stretch of land border with Guinea. And so we need more troops for cover that area there. So quite recently we don't send reinforcements na Falaba for cover certain areas. So the officer on the ground, they realize say the accommodation not enough for them. So he meet the town chief. Say, pa, once let you give me land, let we build structure for we soldier them. The chief say, oh, that's good. Come, look land. then ahead of the village towards Guinea. That day, the chief go give them. So the officer decide for knack mud bricks. The day they do the clearing, as they start the mud bricks, the paramount chief on the other side, na Guinea, with some soldiers, about 10 in number, then come meet the soldier them. They say, hey, what una they do so? Yeah, not to Salone. Yeah, na Guinea. So now stop this job. In fact, one of the soldiers even go as far as to the flag, they want for root the flag. So the other soldiers, alone soldier, resist. He said, not touch that flag. They say, now with national flag that one day, can root her anyhow. But then being 10, the soldier they wake up with the paramount chief. So they return, then go back. So the soldier they on this side, they not be feel say they don't go prepare for can heavy. So then continue for do their work. Only the same day in the evening, they see Guinean troops then come about then 300 with 2 armored personnel carriers, what they call MOAC, and 6 pickups mounted with anti-aircraft gun, what they call AA. So the commander, the captain, look at this situation and say, because he always discuss that we get a lot in common with Guinea than the few things we get at power. So a do in battle appreciation, a look at the impact of attacking that truth, what will be the repercussion. It's not about his own life. Even if he open fire and kill 1, 2 Guineans themselves open fire, Oda go survive, Oda go die. But at the end of the day, a declaration of war between the 2 sister countries. And we all know, say, if we and Guinea go to war, yes, the soldier go suffer, but the civilians stand to lose more, especially the women and children. So having all of these in the mind of the officer, he decide for not escalate the situation further than that. So then surround them, then request for let them hand over their weapons, or so the officer say, if you want the weapons, yeah, they hand over peacefully without any gunshot. So then take them to Guinea. But when we go on the ground, really, the relationship between the Guineans and the Sierra Leoneans, we don't be that of, small complaints they mean. But then complain nothing in a way they can always resolve. In any common border complaints, then we can come up and sometimes can be resolved. In fact, the people in that area, most of them are Yalunkas, here and across. They get an organization, I don't know the name, they get one where Yalunka name, when the members then they here across the line, then get other members when are the same organization they belong to. And the chairman for now of that organization, now the paramount chief, where they decide, then the chairman. So they can get issues across Guinea, now in the go for go settle issues there across Guinea and come back to Salone. You see? So on the whole, the thing happened just like Unayeri. Some people talk about the weakness of the soldiers. Most times why I read that, I say they have no idea. the level where the soldier save, the sacrifice where the soldier make for let we maintain the peace what they maintain today. Because if they want them, they be for open fire in war, and that war for stretch right across Ego Ridge, Kailan, and then where some of una go there. So to me, like how the minister say, the officer with the men, they act professionally, and the judgment been very correct. The initiative of the officer been laudable. So some of una we there today, if you after here, if you meet other people where they really criticize the action of the officer and something say they for unfair, they for not tell them say they don't know nothing. Tell them say the officer act in the right way for safeguard the security of this country.
Thank you.
Tell una plenty. Thank you.
Major General Kemo Sise, Chief of Army Staff, Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. We want to tell you thank you for your service. We want to join the minister for tell thank you to the captain and the men and women. We then choose peace. It takes bravery. It takes extreme discipline for provoked and reacts, for de-escalate instead of you escalate. That's then did us all a favor. They did a national sacrifice for all of us, and we owe a debt of gratitude to them. Now, before we come to Una, the Honorable Excellency, when I was Deputy Ambassador to Guinea, he is alone. So we seek special clearance from the minister, say, in Deputy Ambassador there, even though he go there, let himself can join the panel. But Deputy Ambassador, I want you focus on, because I think part of what I want to do with this press conference today, now for let family really understand, like how the minister don't lead the game, the relationship between Salone and Guinea. You didn't at the ground, you didn't at Conakry, they represent Salone. Tell me about the day-to-day activities of Sierra Leoneans and how the embassy supports the ordinary Sierra Leoneans for trade, the other action, the way they happen between Salone and Guinea. Over to you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister of Information. And I want to say thank you to my immediate boss waiting at this panel with me. It's a privilege to sit with you, sir. And your leadership can be commended. You have done so much well. Thank you, sir. I've learned a lot from you. To the general public, on behalf of my ambassador and the embassy in Guinea Conakry, the three heads that we did the way they head that embassy, we work together and we get a very good relationship, which is my boss, the ambassador, when are the number 1 person, me na number 2, the HOC when are the number 3 person. We get along and we work very well. Not just with Dena Guinea. Guinea is a very big and a steady station. We're very, very busy. You get the business aspects. You get the issue of them picking them and other people they waking go and work na Guinea. You get Sierra Leoneans them where we don't move to Guinea during the war. We decide for settle they not come back. Then they still vote na Guinea and vote na Salone. You get different factors na that grown. But by the grace of God, we want to say thank you to God with the leadership. We don't do well. And for Sierra Leoneans where they go Guinea, and even government officials and their family, no say the embassy, they do very, very well, including the ambassador and all his staff the way they lead. We are on top of situation and we they do very well. The trade they go on well. You get people the way they can buy na ya, go sell na Guinea. You get people the way they buy na Guinea and can sell na Salone. That na every day the motorcar is so busy. Now only this first month it can slow down a little bit, and when rainy season sit down, it can also slow down. But if not for them 2 seasons, yeah, the fasting and the rainy season, the station so busy, people then they go in and out. We get issues of cases that waking car up for some picking there where they can go with, where you go find out say now other person go with them. Then they come with them at the embassy where they take care of them and make sure say they return back to them people them. Because some can go legally or illegal. Then the business area and they go on well. And as we did Guinea, we are treated like a family. When we dey go to the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Guinea, they refer to we ambassador as in brother. They refer to we in sister and all other stuff. So the relationship so good that with the Guinea officials and both with colleague diplomat then at the ground are not able to know how to express that, but it really, really good. And the president of the republic who don't attend one or two programs where they do. Where we president knocking day, they refer to President Bio as an elder brother, where he don't learn a lot from. In meetings, publicly, public forums, where we can get privilege for attend the meetings. So I see no need for ladies two countries get any draw. And one way or others, we all entangled to Guinea from one way or other. We get relationship there, we get partners then there and everything. Then they carry out their married Sierra Leoneans. Sierra Leoneans, they go their married today. So I don't see anything where define these two countries say not two countries. For me, I just feel say now the same country where let me minister say me boss, then just can then put one thin line with it, we say na border. But really we are the same people. And for the embassy, the trade they go on well and everything they go on well. And the embassy they go on well because we have a good leadership. My boss, Ambassador Fode Yum Kela, he's a very good leader. Even when the honorable minister they come, he say I know they go there, now you they go represent we as my deputy. Now make her receive a boss, go with her inside Conakry, now make her with him back until we reach Freetown. But now because my boss give me the instruction, if he not been give me the instruction, I'm not able for do am. But because he gave me the instruction and say, now you they go represent me, that's why I was able to do it. So I want for tell you say we they represent you now and we're not going to let you know that we go do very well. Thank you, Mr. Minister.
Me, I'm here. The Honorable Deputy Ambassador of Salone to the Republic of Guinea. We want to tell you thank you for your service. I also want to say that even the minister and the rest of the delegation then sing you personal praise for the role you play, including the sumptuous meal we prepare for them. We they enjoy we then go to Guinea and we making good people who they go there, all man they sing you praise. And you know one of the pillars of the Sierra Leone People's Party as well. I want to take the opportunity for just say thank you for your leadership of the party and your service to the country in this period. Thank you very much, Madam Fatmata Sawane. We get quite a few questions that we don't come in online. So Minister Meka starts with a question and there. Plenty of the questions, of course, now for you and the general. So what we do, I don't know if we get updated, get more questions. So after the online, then I will cancel now. Say, okay, somebody say waiting at the delay for solve the issue between Guinea and Sierra Leone after the war. I think they refer to Yenga. Somebody say if Salone get GPS version or map where they show clear the landmark boundaries for the square kilometer where we claims now we own. If yet waiting at the delay for solve this, I'm sure it's about Yenga and all issues. But you will comment on that, sir. Somebody say my suggestion. Let Sierra Leone government open military battalion at that particular border to stop any future discrepancy. So I'm like, whoa. Oh, no, we see war. Sabi war. Somebody say if we don't experience this before the civil conflict, if not, what's to make them see the happen now? And if yes, what's to make we silence? Because if people like say silence means say now we consent. Somebody say, who that for blame if this issue escalates? Somebody say, what's in Salone leadership plan for do differently for prevent similar issues at other border crossing points them in the future? And then somebody say, It's who say na Salon officer they enter Guinea territory, like Guinea then claim. I think that last question they would already address some misunderstanding. It can be on one side or another side, like the minister said, because of the border. One want for point finger. I think the directive that the Honorable Vice President Mingi will go. Well, I'll hand over to the Honorable Alaji Timothy Musa Kabale, Rob Mott, but then question. I think you can just summarize them.
Yeah.
They will open for questions. Yes,
Thank you very much. I want to thank the one that we don't send their messages and they. Of course, the Kwasi, the only two neighbors who get Guinea and Liberia. When you and your brother in a family, always because none are family members, you are bound to disagree and sometimes, agree. And so this is the situation we have with Guinea. Somebody go and say, why this not occur mostly with Liberia? Liberia, we get a border with them as well, but it's a very small, parchment of border compared to Guinea. Guinea may have 3 times the land border we'll get with Liberia. But of course, I will only speak to the issues after the war because I don't get any historical, account on whether or not this dispute them in there before the war. But I would imagine, say yes, they're always there. Because, the thing about them borderlines here, now because the one that they live there now, the same people that are the 2 places then. So at times, if somebody say, oh, now the border is until the generation where they come, go don't forget say now under them they consider the border. So there's always going to be that assumption that the border this and the border this and the border this. So yes, but especially younger like all the other circumstances of this border dispute or misunderstanding. Now one way require a tactful, patient-driven diplomatic engagement. People can say. They can make example with Bakassi, say they no resolve between Cameroon and Nigeria. That conflict persists for over half a century. And even after 16 years ago, about 16 years ago, when the judgment come out, they have not fully implemented the divorce. Because you take a long litigation process, which can be sometimes very expensive, but at the end of the day, it go good for the owner solve them diplomatically. And guess what? The opportunity where this Calera situation don't present is one. It happened at a time when Guinea don't transition from a military government to a civilian democracy, which means all the democratic institutions, then they're in full gear. There's a parliament. The deputy ambassador here is a powerful woman in Guinea-Conakry. In fact, if you want to reach some people that were unreachable in Guinea, for example, the speaker of the parliament, when I went to Guinea, the deputy called the speaker midnight, I don't believe, but they reflect the wisdom of His Excellency the President for appointing people. And I make, when see President appoint person, just congratulate the person. You don't know the strength, the treasure of strength what that person gets with the presidency and appointer. This is the deputy ambassador that is here. So, it don't present an opportunity because we, Liberia and Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire and Sierra Leone, we're under a sub-regional organization called the Mano River Union. And the Mano River Union already gets a mechanism under M15 protocol where this mechanism now for deal with the border disputes there. But since 2017, Mano River Union not get no summit, and we now we host the secretariat now, and Guinea gets the chairmanship or the presidency of the Mano River Union, and the Secretary General, of course, from Liberia, co-Secretary General from Sierra Leone and La Cote d'Ivoire. So, waiting we don't decide, me and my colleagues, I'm championing that with the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, for let we reanimate, rejuvenate, resuscitate, re-enliven Mano River Union as a sub-regional organization, for let we use the mechanism of the Mano River Union for deal with the issues here. Because Mano River Union could be more professional and more neutral, without sentiment, without national biases for deal with the issues here. So in fact, we did get a technical meeting in Sierra Leone, we're going to be followed by a ministerial meeting in Monrovia, and then finally we'll get a summit in Guinea-Conakry. The Guineans, through the Prime Minister, express their interest in Mano River Union, even though all regional organizations are presently being challenged by the new reset global order. But this Mano River Union, where we leaders have been set in your mandate for economic integration, for peace and security, trade and investment, we need to put life into our, because what do we get where they affect economic issues, not to more of border issues, but economic issues. So Mano River Union, although our mechanism, one of the 15 for now, deeply engaged with Guinea-Conakry, all of these border issues for resolve them once possible. But I believe say that the best way is for deal with them issues here through Mano River Union, AU, Niamey Convention, where we now accede to in 2024, and also using the mechanism of the United Nations and ECOWAS border dispute mechanism under the political affairs, peace and security for resolve these issues diplomatically.
Thank you very much, Honorable. One American adults, for allow a crisis go waste. Every crisis is an opportunity. This crisis don't give you an opportunity. With the revamp Mano River Union, the summits they can happen, would they use the Mano River Union, the protocols for address holistically, not to just that one area, but other issues, and for strengthening the bond between we and Guinea. Now on our turn, see the questions. When I know the rules, you tell me your name, your institution, you ask a question direct. One question, maximum 2 per person. Not all man will get chance for us, so you get for BRE if we not call you. Okay? So I can start on this side, points the people already ask, and then we come on this side for the second and final rounds. Okay? I see we get 3 ladies they hand they up now. 1, 2, 3. I take all 3. When are journalists there? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 4 to the other lady. See there are the bias in favor of the ladies. They will take 5 to you. We hand it in front, and then 6. So we'll take all 6 on this side for now. Yes, let's start with the lady there. Number 1, 2, 3. The one with the Air Force. Yes, go ahead. No, we'll not go to Italy. Go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Minister. Adajabati from Masi TV. I have 2 questions. First, it's not clear how many soldiers were arrested. And secondly, what are the measures that the minister has put in place that short thing will not happen again with our soldiers? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next. Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Minister. I am Munira Tukalon from Masi TV.
You're not all on Masi TV. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my first question, actually, sorry, I have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. So from a tactical standpoint, current maps align with the ones used by Guinean armed forces. If not, how can you guarantee that another accidental crossing won't happen tomorrow?
Okay. Basic, we not coordinate for the question there. We not ask the same question the one I'll tell you. Yes, sister.
Good
You back
afternoon.
Namasi TV.
Yes, it's likely the same with her second question.
No, if you don't ask the question, I'll ask again. Let the other person the
The
chance.
briefly,
Uh-huh.
what the government of Sierra Leone has put in place to prevent such things from
That
happening
question they don't come already.
between Sierra Leone and Guinea. Thank you.
All right, let's go to the next person. Sister, you back Namasi TV. Eh? All right, go ahead. Eh.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Honorable Minister. First of all, before I introduce myself, I want to say a big thank you, Minister Kaba. A big thank you. Don't work. Thank you. My question is that you do a diplomatic talk, which was right. We all know. Apart from this diplomatic talk, what you do? Waiting at the strong agreement where una don't bind and negotiate with them people and they for stop other future confrontations following not happen and also following not go be affected by long-term trust between Sierra Leone and Guinea. Thank you very much.
All right, Alimatu. Next question. All FIBA. Yes.
Hello, good afternoon, Minister.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the government we able for intervene for evacuate with Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters them na Armenia Republic. I get two questions them. We get to be snappy.
Yeah, tell me first who that you be.
Me na Emmanuel Boa, a reporter from Truth Media.
Okay.
So my first question they ask, what's the latest updates in relation to the case where involve Mohamed Kamara, a Sierra Leonean driver, where then be arrested now the ambassador in Vico. That's one. And two, also President Bio be the way the minister be negotiate for see how for evacuate with Sierra Leoneans them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So Mohamed Kamara will then be arrested in Guinea, and then he want for know side in President Binde. Yes, go ahead.
Ibrahim. Yeah. Ibrahim Saras is a voice of Salon Radio. Yes, sir. The brigadier. I want to clarify your statement. You've been told the paramount chief of the Guinea side will lead the military. Is it that place whose side is shoulder the bill? Now Guinea or Salon get him? While I clarify that one day. And the number two question. So, number two question. Now that gets this issue, we don't get this issue between Salon and Guinea. Now, and Honorable gave out raised a comment about Kailan district based on Sakoma. How far on don't prepare the military for protect that area, the less similar circumstances occur?
All right. Now, yes. Major General, not a brigadier, but okay. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Saidu Dumbuya and I write for Exclusive. And Mr. Minister, when I don't try for pool with citizens them na Guinea, I mean Iran. The Gulf is we see Iran is send bomb all over the place. But when I don't do for pool the other Sierra Leoneans them with the Kuwait and other countries. Then I want Mr. Minister SLPC we don't get serious of problem. SLPC we don't get series of problems where you be intervene and you make lofty promises for ensure that the welfare of staff is maintained. But since then, nothing no happen. We want to know waiting at the updates as to the lofty promises who you begin. Thank you.
All right, I think that the last question, and not so. Oh no, I'm not being points on them this time. I think that'll be the last one and for this round. We'll come back with the next round for the next. So we'll get the answer them. Let me start with the general, and then we come to you. Just a comment on whether the sports now in Guinea, and I think the minister will answer some more than question what you can remote. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, my brother. Unfortunately, I not get the authority for clarify whether or not that particular place is Guinea or Sierra Leone. If you look at this report, one of the recommendations the minister we don't talk about for let we really try forget a clearly defined boundary, and that has to be jointly done, because on the Sierra Leonean side, if we just go and use with GPS and blah blah blah, we will say this is not the boundary, and that can be contested by the Guineans. Similarly, the Guineans will come and do theirs. At the end of the day, we still go contest and say we have different document for that. So we recommend strongly that we do a joint survey with Guineans and Sierra Leoneans with external actors involved, like the Mano River Union, the ECOWAS, or the AU, as the case may be. But for Lagos, say now that place is alone, or that place is Guinea, I'm not ready for tell you that until that real survey is done. Okay? About Sokoma, again, the question is interrelated. If we go by the recommendations here, we will do a holistic survey of the entire land borders, stretching from Pambia district onto Kwenadugu, Fabala, Valaba, Kono, and Kailaun district, because these are the districts we share border with Guinea. Once we do that jointly, then this issue of Nawigea, not Wigea, will be a thing of the past. So the Sokoma things will be resolved. Yeah? Thank you.
General, before we go, the first questions, the ladies say you're not sure how many soldiers. So just give me the details.
We get exactly 14 soldiers and 2 police.
So a total of 16 individuals.
16.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, Minister, quite a few, but mostly interrelated questions. So I'm sure you can just touch them quickly.
Thank you very much. And I want to also thank the journalists that will ask the various questions. And as you say, the Massey TV, then get Massey on us, because all answers they ask the same question, whether or not what we will do for prevent this. Now for engage diplomatically, preventive diplomacy, and that's going to start with the mechanisms that we'll say we try for reactivate through the Mano River Union 15 protocol, and also at bilateral level for ensure say we give the attention within technical team that they require for make sure say we resolve this persistent border menace where they cause insecurity and affect economic development that in affected areas. Mr. Mohamed Kamara from Truth Media, he said by the time we go Conakry, was His Excellency the President Mende. As Minister of Foreign Affairs, I know they keep the itinerary of the President, but today I know say the President is at State House working. I don't keep the itinerary of the President, so I am not in position for tell you who said the President Mende. We were instructed by the President to do what we did for our compatriot. Saidu Dumbuya of Exclusive Paper, newspaper, ask what will they do for first thank we for the proactive steps we don't take for evacuate with citizens from Tehran when at the epicenter of this military strike, and we also don't pull a press statement. We they in contact with we embassy them. We don't request with citizens. So far, we not get no report of any casualty or any Sierra Leonean that is affected by this ongoing, military strike and counter-strike within the Middle East. And so we don't encourage the citizens for make them abide by the local rules and regulations that way they get now the countries that way they, that is for make them be compliant for preventing, for get themselves away from arm's way and for make them constantly the contact. Fortunately for we, most of these countries that are affected, we get embassy there. We get embassy in Kuwait, where they cover Bahrain and Oman. We get embassy in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We get Qatar and we get the UAE. So we don't ask citizens them for making the contact and family them and also contact the embassy. The embassy is ready to support them. We also get people that, of course, now Israel. We say in Beirut, we get a representative in Lebanon. We're very proactive and can always evacuate with citizens during tough time through the government. So we're in contact with affected Sierra Leoneans and contact persons for local evacuation when and if it is necessary. And my dear sister asked, what's in the concrete agreement we go stop the recurrence of the infractions or the dispute here. The agreement, like I said, there are mechanisms for this particular engagement, and the willingness of the Guinean government is so plausible, and we'll continue to use the Mana River Union, AU, ECOWAS, and as well as with bilateral engagement and for make sure we resolve some of them persistent problems here between we and we neighbors. And I think pretty much that the questions in this the audience ask. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Me self get one question on SLBC. The brother say, what's not happen with the lofty promise they will be make? They are waiting at the lofty promise. Then say, wait, the man not be on a blatantly false premise because that premise did not exist. So on the issue of SLBC, I want to promise you one thing. We come out comprehensive steps and processes, and waiting don't happen, waiting happen. What I want to be clear is that yes, SLBC gets plenty challenges, most of it are historic challenges. We know one for don't just go rush. And they encourage everybody who want to rush into judgment for do two things. Read the SLBC Acts. First, when I become minister, there was an issue at SLBC. There was a report. I go ahead and take some action. The very journalists then I are, and then say, Minister, take action. We don't get power for take SLBC. The Acts in an independent institution. And the minister in role is very described within the minister in role. I don't try for encourage all my way get the power by the act for let them follow the task. But that is only one aspect of the challenge. There are other aspects of the challenge. So what we do when I see in the news, I suggest a report say we commission the public sector reform units for conduct a comprehensive review of SLBC for let them recommend, the problem we did in Boku, how we change them problem there, how we overhaul the institution. They don't finally submit the reports to me last week. So now I suppose for act. Secondly, MRCG BNIPA and conduct another review for updates the acts, for update the policy, and for counter to we the practice we don't do now in the ministry. MRCG today at 4 o'clock, then say they can submit their reports. So we are being strategic, we are being systematic. Me not get the power for make lofty promises where he can to SLBC. I would say the commitment of His Excellency the President is to transform it One for digitizing. Digitization, the minimum cost I don't see the cost $55 million. We not get the money yet, sir. With the FETA. And the minimum I don't see. But there are things we can do in between for increase the capacity, for allow some management structure and system, for let this the quality of the content improve and all that. Now some of them step and they will take. Final round of questions. Quick. Go. How you go ask question, Aya? You get two representatives now. In fact, no. Me, I need to give the mic. You in a press attaché, your ambassador there, your minister there, your minister there. All right, okay. Let's see the and on this side first. So we get 1, 2, 3. Woman there, 4. So we get 4 on this side. This is my hand being go up number 1 as 5. And then that man day number 6. Let's take on 6 today. Since away though you ask your own question directly, you get access. Then people are not get access. Go ahead. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Sarawale Abubakar. I write for the Concord Times newspaper. Sometimes last year, the Chief of Defense Staff, during the budget hearing, clearly revealed Sierra Leone gets over 58 porous borders on land, air, and sea. And since then, we don't see the threats on the camp, Nayenga, and now na Falaba. And just now, Mr. Sise just reaffirmed, say Falaba gets one of the longest stretch in terms of landmass. And he also clarifies, say, we will not get a clear pinpoint as to whether would I get the clear border boundary for declare Yana Sierra Leone or Yana Guinea. So what do we expect? You know, feel say as a country we more prone for we get similar thing for happen. Secondly, perhaps most importantly, some months ago, the fuel sector, we see a hike from what is the budget ceiling to 28.5. You know, at the time, based on research, the world market was stable. Yet we go ahead and it's fell to 28.5, but we clearly listen at 9 because we're not get coin at discount. Now we were on the Middle East. We expect any other hike other than the normal? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister of Information and Civic Education, I will be civil because I'll be asked question. Yeah, I'll come to your office. First and foremost, I want to say,
Una fix this mic now or get other mic.
I want to education that went to Guinea. I want to say thanks to the delegation that went to Guinea. Mr. Minister of Foreign Affairs, I want to say thanks to you. And I also say thanks to the military. You have used your diplomatic skills. The military have used their ministry skills. And I would like to meet with the captain on our side that show strictly discipline and maturity. My name is Alaji Kilempo, Civil Society Movement. My questions go to you, Mr. Minister. The Mano River Union has been a very important institution for Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. And we have civil society movement on these 3 countries before Ivory Coast joined us. Now, Mr. Minister, how far have you people gone to make that institution a very vibrant institution? Because I remember during the war, the way they play in this war. So I want to ask you how far that institution.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
number 3. Udala number 3. Go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Good day, everybody. My name is Abubakar Siddiq Kamara. I'm reporting for the Alonka Online TV. Today, I want to tell the Honorable Minister, say, border issues in Salone, don't they become something else? And the way that they go about in call for alarming. Now, let's go get a simple say, if you plant neat ear on top loss, the ear not get for say because the loss they make you looser or you catch and scatter. What make a car with this is that the issue na Kaliere and Sandia, I'm from that part of the country actually. The issue between Kaliere and Sandia not start today. 3 years back, Guinea man they don't come and encourage inside. Okay. Now the CDS right just tell we say you know we able give a clear thought say if you are not alone or not. But the chief way the chief Samurai then give the soldier man then go ahead for go build another place, in which mean he is very sure that this place now we are not making give with soldier man then for go build it. So if now the CDS say we're not going to tell, I want to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs if the government of Sierra Leone get the geographical map of Sierra Leone where they indicate who side we border stop now every border station. Because Falaba district will get 5 year long achievement.
All right, it's okay.
Way boundary with Guinea.
I'm not saying not a frequent person here, but the people already give information here and they see here. Here and a question in the ask. Yeah? Well, we appreciate you and we tell you thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Mina Edmond Fona, Director for Kids Advocates Network. First of all, I want for again tell the minister plenty thank you for in diplomatic skills we use. And and also the deputy ambassador, of course, the minister just talking as somebody very friendly and we're accommodating to every Sierra Leone. And I think so get a very good embassy this time around. One for tell President Bill thank you for we appoint somebody we open up. The first question they go to the Chief of Army. You mentioned say the soldier man that will be there now we border 10 Guinean soldiers then come force. That now be a warning signal. I want to know if them soldier man then be report to na say 10 Guinean they don't come attack we when if we give them any preventive.
But you not say they attack though.
He say the 10 Guinean they come. They can chuck the flag first. Immediately we then take the flag. That's a warning signal. So okay. We are going for this. So okay. I want for that. And secondly, I want to tell thank you to the military, the people that will be there at the border. And to the minister, they don't go, they don't talk diplomatically, and they don't pull the people them. But they don't mention to we if they will be able to give we ammunition back. That is one question. Then secondly, then security there also, them military people and the police people that will be there at border, they know very well for we, for whether you use their skills for ensuring they not retaliate. So then governments don't get the vice president will host them for dialogue, dinner. But then the end, if they ever put a package for them, say them people are so then save Sierra Leone. Imagine if they be fire back. By then say so we also go to the deputy minister, the border for don't close. Things them for don't go up. When I be put package say, okay, this now they tell them people have to think
about back for them. They're back for them. They're back for them. Saloma like back this pack tag me a problem now. Man do with back instead of back for them back. That problem this way. Hey. Alright, Scanaya. This man asked once about to block the Okaya. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Umaru and Sari born to block. Once more, I want to say a big thank you to the minister. But all we hear right now from the minister is say they release their Wisto Jamanda. But we not get anything like if they release them.
That's my it block the live. I made any movie small. Yes, go on.
You say they don't release them, and that is good. But we want to know if they release them based on any condition attached to that. Because for release them now,
I be not say unconditional.
Unconditional.
Now we press.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Secondly, I want to say kudos to Born to Blog as well because if not the only, now we go to the scene and see how best we able to find out more on what happen. So back to my question, yeah.
They can pay for adverts. They pay me. I don't tell you just to pay me.
So we go get talk with the people, this affect them. So I have to know waiting the government get for do because this affect them psychologically and economically, most especially the way they do business then border traders them. I want for know wetin the government get for do towards them people in the, because this na a big theory for affect the country as a whole. If border get issue, now we na go suffer. So I want for know wetin the government for do towards that.
Final question, and then we're done.
Yeah, my name na Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper. My question they go perhaps the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Major General. Una statement, two of una say where two people let's sit down together, you know, waiting happen, this thing can happen. But what specific failure, whether diplomatic, operational, and intelligence related, does the government of Sierra Leone observe during Falaba border incident? That's one. Number two, Mr. Minister of Foreign Affairs, I want to know the status of Sierra Leone embassy, where they don't appoint an ambassador already when our former Chief Justice and Ireland. I want to know the status of that embassy, if it's functional or the ambassador still this alone.
All right, thank you very much. It's okay. I mean, in the press conference, you can ask any and all questions. And I also make it clear, say this is the government of Salon weekly press conference. The panelists then they come, but me not the Minister of Information. I suppose for answer to all on our question. Then if I don't get the answer, I will go get the answer and bring a cancer. So I say when I thank you, don't come to the close of the questions then for today. I think so we'll do the same thing. We'll start with the Chief of Army Staff, Major Kemosise, and then we'll come to okay, I think the ambassador for make a quick comment, and then the minister go respond and wrap everything up. The one or two questions the way me go respond to, for example, on the petroleum issue, I'll respond to that. But let's start with you, Major General, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's start with the last one. He asked for which failure, underline that word, which failure we identify in the Falaba something, right? If I got you right. And if he say there was any failure, there wasn't, except otherwise maybe they look at them with a different lens. For me, not see any failure in that, I will say, so I can't comment on it. Somebody asked about the communication between the personnel on the ground and the authorities here, whether they may communicate when the first batch of people came to say the ground belonged to Guinea, whether they may communicate that. Well, in the military, we get a system of communication. We know they communicate sensitive things through telephone. We get signal system, and that signal system, they go through what we call chain of command. Yes, then send to the battalion. This is a company level deployment. It communicate to the battalion. But it just report say, they don't come, they say, "Look, we move with flag, we don't crave for remove with flag," but they don't go back. They continue with the job. So the battalion commander gave them the go ahead to continue with them they do. The battalion commander continue into listen to we. By the time we really know, the men they don't come back for the second time. So it was actually planned that because force another area. They must have come in waiting. That's just my perception. It could be I can be wrong, but they've been too short a time for them to respond in that large number. Yeah. So that is it. Somebody asked about the weapons. The weapons were all intact, including the telephones of the arrested personnel. So they hand over everything, I mean everything, from personnel to them personal rifles and then personal belongings. Yeah? And then there was no string attached for say, this not the condition, oh, do this, you have to do that. No. Yeah? Thank you. Sorry. I think you've been asked a question that's said here in the maroon. About the question not being clear because the preamble
say in the chief of defense staff in your reports over a year ago, it been mentioned say we get porous stretches of the border. We then challenge here likely for happen. Say now that this challenge they don't happen, what will they do? The question.
I think that question, I've been answer that question before. The one thing where they lay all of these issues, the claims and counterclaims of border ownership of land along the borders, now for let we jointly, because if we do it alone, they will contest her. Even said one, we could say no, you did it in your own favor. So, but if we do it jointly, with international partners involved, that would be the best way for lay the matter to rest. So now we continue. The area who believe say now you. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. All right, thank you very much, Major General Kemosi. Ambassador, you want for Rob Mott briefly on one or two aspects of the question that we don't hear you so far, then we'll answer the.
Yeah. Okay. Number one thing we want for Rob Motman, somebody asks about citizen them. We dey get certain issues where don't they happen, and I think na a trend will need for change. You dey get a Sierra Leonean, Mr. Minister, they left here, I go na other country. And not the member say I get embassy day or I get consul day for go register. But when problem come, that's the time they want to politicize this and put issue. For example, I was a deputy national women's leader. I went to Ghana by then, na APC day na power. As I go straight to the embassy. The secretary said the ambassador don't come. I say it not particularly means say I foresee the ambassador. I'm here to tell you that as a deputy national women's leader of the opposition, I can't Ghana on a conference, on a women conference, and I want for register say Adea. Let the ambassador know say Adea. Whether he take care of me or not, I want for make myself say Adea. Loan I know. And I left the embassy. I went to Nigeria. By then we had the Women's Leaders Conference for all African countries. Abuja been the host we. I go straight to the late ambassador. We don't pass off. I always say don't pass off. May so rest in peace, Bankole. When I get there, the secretary say me no go see the ambassador. In order they foresee me kind. Now so whether APC the rule or SLPP, I'm not just any kind of a citizen. I'm a politician. And one that is well known among the women, and I'm here to see the ambassador and say hello and register say Ade Abuja. My conference they start tomorrow. I say it's either you grant me access or nobody enter this embassy. She thought I was joking. So I just stood up at the gate. So the ambassador you reward vex. Now he come on do. Now he say no, she has a right. In fact, he register my passport. I not go forget. He give me $500. Say, "Wow, go la take care of me and my colleague." Then I say no, so you don't worship the money. La go APC. I know they take her. So make fun, and I left. We dey get the same problem than Guinea right now. I'm not busy station like I say. People that they pass there for fly and all thing. They know they tell you say we dey come. as a embassy. They no go call the ambassador. They no go call me. They no go call the HOC. Same to we colleague them within at the embassy. They're all over the world. But when there is a problem, now they tell you they see, then begin call the embassy and begin put in politics. So we get for left down there. As Sierra Leonean, you not need for be APC or SPP. What you need for being a Sierra Leonean where they carry the Sierra Leonean national passport. Where you go, any country where get embassy and consul, go there and register, say, I am here. Let that institution know say you there around. So if anything happen, will they able go for you? It just sound like a situation where been handled few months back, where they said they evacuate Sierra Leonean there. When you go now, Guinea, most of the areas, a lot was not Sierra Leonean. They not get any ID card or anything where they identify, say they're not Sierra Leoneans. They're not registered with the embassy. Where you go, you know they look for the any side, but hey, we put up our politics. SFPP say let them drive with people there, so they are the big. Una tell una family and una are the members of the fourth estate. Now una then at the right position for disseminate their information. Yeah, una tell the world say any side and go then get a consul and the embassy where they cover them. Please let them go register. Let we know say them did it. So then now we saw responsibility as far as they're out of Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Excellent points by the Deputy Ambassador. Each citizen gets a duty for register. Like what's not happen at Iran, so if you not be don't register, some monkey want take away. We embassy, the minister, not to all country they don't evacuate to. Salon, don't protest. All my way they will be register. We don't fend them, we don't make way, we don't evacuate them. We cannot do that if you not register with the embassy. This is a basic step where every citizen get the duty for take where you go to a foreign country. And then they make sure say we able for take care of you. Mr. Minister, you get quite a few. I think we don't get some responses on them question today, but maybe you go just see the one that we don't left and then you give you final words.
Thank you very much. And Midadia asked a question on whether or not the Mana River Union Association of CSO, civil society organizations, if it's still active. The entire MRU become a little bit inert, simply because the chairmanship of the organization, of the union, would have been Guinea, been there through political transition. The last time the MRU been get a summit was 2017. So that's what they seek for do now, for rejuvenate the Mana River Union and make them active. So now a comprehensive rejuvenation we have also include all of the component of governance, civil society organizations, and all of those. So yes, we're going to make sure all of those vehicles for governance are reactivated and carbonized for make them go function for help with democracy and integration. Mr. Silla may ask about the Irish embassy, if the ambassador there or not. The ambassador, I think, I mean, see on Freetown in December, we come for Christmas holiday. His Excellency appointed the ambassador to Ireland in December 2024. The embassy was opened. Subsequently, the embassy is functioning. And before they come, the head of Chancery, a certain Mr. Tamba Joanna, just go bid me farewell. He may come for a short official break from Dublin for come follow up with some of them activities, them work them, and he just don't left today. We have a functional embassy with staff, a premise, an address, and an embassy where the Irish government they resort to when they want to communicate. As then get embassy who wants send diplomatic communication to Dublin, will they pass on through the embassy now. So if you see the former Chief Justice Nasalo now already being come, so it's known that all the embassies where we get they're in full function except the one at Tehran for force majeure, what's in the go on right now. We don't suspend operation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. One question, Minde, about how they deal with the effects of, this whole thing on the return. Yes. I want let family understand something. When they return that day, where the honorable minister bring all these return officers, we then go to the honorable vice president. Some of now we don't see the picture. In fact, someone don't ask me because in the video we put that part where he talks, say the pardon, arrange something for them. So maybe whatever they ask for the arrangements, the honorable vice president, he arrange them. The CDSF arrange. I want you know say arrangement them in there. And yes, the honorable foreign minister self himself say he arrange. Me, I not see you know. He said diplomatically, myself well information, myself arrange. How wanna say? But I wanna understand one thing. The government of Salone, the military, the police, not just send and go home. That day they will encounter, not just go home. And get a whole process for debrief them. They call it debriefing. And they cancel them. Then they do health checks. And they do psychological tests. Then they make sure say they tick all the boxes. And also they interview them fully, waiting and see waiting happen. All that process they. In fact, they've all been there one side for a period of time. Now only after they don't check all landy before then they release them for go home. So for the people who really wonder, I just want to let you know, say we military, we army, we armed forces, they get their own procedure. And I've been very pleased for land that day to the minister and the chief of, I think I've been the chief of the Navy. I've been there to now. The Joint Force Commander, okay. Yes. Chief of General Staff. Been there and whether for say the steps that we didn't get for take. Final question I go respond to now. My brother say it's a fuel price being stable. We go up. Waiting this to happen now. I'm glad it because the head of the petroleum didn't carry its winner Kono last week. Under President Julius Maada Bio, for the first time in the history of Salone, we get a predictable fuel pricing formula. There's a formula. The formula is transparent and it takes into account various changes. Now that's make in we own memory. Now only under President Bio, we feel price don't go up, it can come back because the formula did it. The formula include new taxes or taxing from the government of Salone, levies from the government of Salone. The formula include other consideration, fees, and then most important, the one part where we know we control and the global price. I follow news, you know, journalists. All those things that happens in the world, then they close this channel, fuel no will pass so, this no will pass. Now the basic forces of demand and supply. What's in the government of Salone committed for do? Now for ensure stability and predictability on the price. So we get enough storage facility thanks to President Bio. We won't move from just 2 or maximum 3 players to up to 10 players in the market under President Bio. We won't significantly increase the storage facility under President Bio. And like I say, price not go up no more because one person lock. Trade 1 or 2 of the players that they can't together no more. We go to a station and say, I feel no, they know so. When they want ace price, when they begin down, say, you go now, feel no, they feel no, they hold them. You don't see a bank say, but then they resell. Then first the price go up. For the first time in memory in a year, December pass, fuel price no shorting or not to line for fuel. So on the question of fuel, the time where the committee they meet for consider all the factors now on a monthly basis. When that period they come, we will look at all the different factors. It will be transparent, it will be honest, and we will communicate to the people of Salone. We can only control what we can control. We know they control the global price and all that. So I hope that they light. I have a this opportunity now for tell una thank you for una come. I can always make one point, not to so salon binde. It's easy for Leona take overlook this. A very senior minister of government, a minister of foreign affairs, top diplomats, the deputy ambassador to Guinea, the head of one of the wings of the army, right after situation will just happen, will require public information. The government of Salon, thanks to President Bill, bring can the top people. We answer any and all questions. We provide transparent updates to the people of this country. Not to so Salon Minde. In the past, not to so this country Minde. For this level of transparency, we want to tell President Bill thank you. And I want to tell you all thank you for one of the and support we for make we bring public information to the doorsteps of the people. For all we partners, to una all until we meet again. Ramadan Mubarak.
Radio True Media. On FM 103.9. Radio True Media. On FM 103.9. Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio. On FM 103.9. Now God we dey afraid and true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach. For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media. One voice for all. We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may. Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out. Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth. Truth began on any neglect anyone. We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else. Truth they get, we know they play. Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to Truth Media Radio. 3.9. Truth Media Radio. 3.9. Radio True Media.